So in another video, I go through how to construct a Stereonet such as this. Stereonets plot the orientation of geologic structures graphically. And in this video, I'm going to show you the basics of how Stereonets take three-dimensional orientation information and project it down to a two-dimensional surface. What I've done here is I have a plastic bowl. I've drawn an east-west line and a north-south line. And then I have a little lamp that's shining light directly down through the bowl onto the piece of paper. The first thing to notice is that the edge of the bowl gets projected as a circle onto a piece of paper. And then you can see the north-south and east-west lines get projected down as, ideally, straight lines within that circle. I'm now going to change the perspective so the lamp is not in the way. It gives you then a distorted view of the Stereonet, but then we can see everything that's happening. Okay, so I've moved the camera a bit so the lamp is largely out of the way. We can still see the outline of the bowl projected down onto the piece of paper and the north, south, east, west lines on the bowl. We have to envision that all orientations of geologic structures go through the center point of this bowl. And so if we consider a plane, such as this plane here, we can put that into the bowl like this. And you can see that what I've put on my plane that fits perfectly in the bowl, that goes through the center of the bowl, is the line of strike, the dip line, and then I've also sketched out the edge of that plane which perfectly touches the bowl. And hopefully what you can see is when that gets projected down onto the Stereonet, it gets projected as a curved line. That shadow there is the edge of the plane, and that's how a great circle gets shown on a Stereonet. We can also consider the poles of planes, that is the orientation of the normal to the plane, or the line perpendicular to the plane. So using my finger, this is perpendicular to this plane. You can see that it will extend, intersect the bowl right there, that point there, and then that point gets projected down onto the Stereonet right there. And that's the same procedure of any line. Right? We can put a line inside the bowl going through the center. That line intersects the edge of the bowl here, which gets projected down onto the Stereonet as there. So you can see if I move the orientation of my line in terms of trend, plunge, it will then plot in various locations within the Stereonet. Similarly with planes, right? If we steepen up the plane, the great circle will go through the center of the Stereonet or close to it. If the plane is low dip, it will plot towards the outside of the Stereonet.